What's going on, guys? I'm back with another one, and I want to welcome you to my first official What the F edition of movie reviews. All right, as in, I shouldn't be watching this, but what the F? Or as in, what the F am I watching? What the F am I watching? All right. And for our first addition to that collection, we got Psycho Goreman, starring Nita Josie Hannah, Owen Myers, and Matthew Ninneber. First of all, you might come to notice that a lot of my What the F editions will involve sci-fi, a little bit of horror, a lot of bit of comedy. Okay, that's going to be the natural rotation with this. Okay, a lot of that. Because these movies, pretty much, you look at the movie poster and your first judgment will be, maybe I shouldn't watch this, or maybe I shouldn't watch this and take it serious. All right, but then something in you is going to tell you to go ahead and watch it. You need to watch it. I need to see the rest of this. I just want to see the rest of this ridiculous film. And it might not even be the poster. It might be the trailer that tells you this. You might need to watch the trailer. But still, you want to see the humorous train wreck. Okay? You want to see this. Alright? And movies that come to mind, or movies that unite some kind of creature with humans. Alright? Movies like Howard the Duck, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, or even Gremlins. Even though Gremlins was like a classic for me. Alright, it's probably one of the best What the F's that I've seen ever in my life. One of the best. One of the best. And so now we have Psycho Goreman. Alright. A movie that I didn't think would be made past the 90s. But here we are. And they're doing this. They actually did this. Okay, and I also see movies after this that are following the footsteps. Okay, so let's get to the review. Psycho Goreman, for those who don't know, for those who are not aware, and you probably are not, because this movie has been out since January something, and I don't hear anybody talking about it because they probably looked at the movie poster. Okay, but Psycho Goreman, if I can make any sense of this plot, is about a brother and sister, a little girl, a little boy, named Mimi and Luke. All right? And Mimi and Luke had this little game they call Crazy Ball, which I think only the little sister truly understands. And so, Crazy Ball, there is no explanation for Crazy Ball. It makes no sense, and it's meant to make no sense only to the little girl and kind of the little boy. All right. And that will be quoted in the movie. You know. And so while they're playing Crazy Ball, of course, the boy loses. And so his penalty for his loss is he has to bury his own grave. I'm not making this up. He has to bury his own grave and line it for the night. And so while he's doing that, and the sister is gloating the whole time, they bump into this red glowing gem stuck in the ground. Alright, they don't know what it belongs to or where it came from. They get a little worried and they decide to leave it alone and go to bed. They tell their parents in the morning about it. Their parents come look with them, and and something has seemed to break out of the ground. Something broke out of that ground. All right. I think the girl took the gem before all that happened, but they have the gem. They have possession of the gem. All right. What ends up happening is a creature from another planet broke out of that grave. Okay. And his name is Nightmare something, which is not important because his name will be changed unwillingly. So there's no need to worry about what his original name was. All right. And so now his name is Psycho Goreman. But they meet up and they find out that that gem controls him. And so now the little girl controls his every move. And he is not liking this because this creature is built on destruction and turmoil. Okay, that's all he knows. And he's hated on his planet for this. And he came down to this planet to probably be hated on Earth. All right, but he can't do anything because of that gem. And that's the premise. Now, positives. This movie has some of the most off-brand humor I've seen in years. Okay, not only is it dark humor, it's humor that's like Family Guy-ish. The type of humor that TV was scared to really push, but it's pushing that envelope anyways. It's saying things that you probably shouldn't say in public. Things, ideas, and jokes that you probably shouldn't push out. All right, or glorify. But it's doing that. It's doing just that. All right, and I love it for that. I love it for going that mile, for going that limit with the jokes. A second thing that I found enjoyable about this movie. His name was changed to Psycho Goreman by the little girl, right? He lives up to his name. That creature, every time he fights, he kills his enemies in some of the most vile, disgusting ways imaginable. All right? From eating them, disembowelment, all right? Ripping heads off, gouging everything. None of his kills are clean. None of them are decent kills that you can watch without some traumatization. All right, and that was some entertaining watch right there. It was entertaining to view that. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, also hilarious. My last positive for this is, of course, the little girl is a character like no other in this movie. The little girl, it's not a normal little girl. Okay, she is so rude and she's so crazy. I don't understand. I've never seen little kids like this. There are little kids like this, but they have mental issues, okay? They need psychiatric help, and this little girl needed that. The parents treated it like it was cute or something to laugh at, especially the dad. He was an encourager or an enabler. It's not good, okay? But that just made all the better for her character because she was one of the most interesting characters in the movie. Just so mean to her brother. Her brother almost seemed like the sister instead of her, okay? And he was older, I think. He was older, but she punked him like Debo from Friday. Every chance she got, she's such a sadistic little girl. I swear. It was very chilling. It was chilling just to watch her. But yeah. Saying that, let's get to those negatives. Just the same way that I said the little girl was entertaining, it started to get to a point where she was just a vessel of annoyance. All right, she was very annoying. Okay, and it got tiresome. Her whole personality, her whole shtick of how she's, she's crazy and she's bossing her brother around every chance she gets and everything must go her way. That started to get very, very annoying. Okay, and I wanted them to change things up a little bit, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't do it. They just kept going with whatever, she wanted to do. And I'm sure by the end of the film, everybody really wanted to hurt her. She even came out to be the real monster of this thing. Not like an actual monster, but the whole message is even humans can be monsters. She would be that. She would be the poster child of that. Okay, and that's what she came out to be. Because I couldn't stand her character by the end of this. Not at all. Speaking of the end of this, I'm going to warn you right now. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the spoilers for this end, because this is a negative, then just fast forward to the rating. Okay? Fast forward to that rating right now. Because I'm about to spoil the hell out of this end. All right. Let's go. The end just got unbearable. This movie already is just on another planet of its own. Okay? Just ridiculous to the core. But then the movie at the end, it got to a point where it was confusing to understand what was going on. Because the people came down to Earth to find Psycho Goreman, of course, right? His enemies came down. First, his clan, his clique, his crew came down. He thought they were there to save and back him up. No, they were there to murder him as well. So he had to fight them to the end. Then his real enemies came down. Or one enemy came down to get him. And that's when it got stupid, because the mother of that family that he encountered, she took a potion so that she could turn into one of those creatures from his planet. Just to go against her husband, who had chose the side of the daughter. Okay, so this is where things are getting convoluted. Okay, the husband chose the side of the daughter. The son chose the side with the mother. Okay, and the mother is now another creature trying to fight the husband. Okay, and the husband is just a normal person. So what sense does this even make? All right, so they're having that whole battle scene: the mother versus dad, brother versus sister, Psycho Goreman versus the angel type vessel, whatever she is, that came down to fight Psycho Goreman. All of a sudden, Psycho Goreman says, "Let's have the little girl decide how we really choose this fate." And so, what do you think the little girl chose? The damn crazy ball game. All right, it is confusing and ridiculous as this game is. I did not want to see it again. I did not want to see this game played again in the movie. But they played that game to end all, be all. They played that damn game, okay, which it ruined everything. I did not want to see that. It made no sense. It makes no sense that this is the point of the movie where it gets unwatchable for me. And it was very unwatchable. And of course, in the end, the bad guys, Psycho Goreman and his crew, the family, they win. And Psycho Goreman is set free to destroy the earth and leave the family alone. Spoiler alert, over. Spoiler alert, over. And I'm giving this rating an eh. That's right, an eh. Because they could have left that ending out completely. It'd have been more enjoyable if they didn't just do a down spiral towards the end. They did a down spiral and exploded at the end of that movie. And so that clearly makes it a what the F for me. All right. Now I need you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right. And I'll be back with a whole lot more of these and some other things you like to watch.